When I look back on my gaming past, perhaps no other game has influenced me and my gaming more than Tony Hawk in the Tony Hawk series. Now, I've got to say, the first 3 games were very core games when they were originally released for me. And imagine the thrill I got when they released the Tony Hawk 1-2 Collector's Edition with the remastered version of the game. Now, I gotta be honest, I was all excited about this, but I never really put the time into it that I wanted to. I played with it a little, but I can't recall, something else came out around that time, so I didn't get as much play as I wanted on this when it was originally released. But what's interesting is, I always really wanted the Tony Hawk 3 game. And imagine my surprise when they announced that the Tony Hawk 3-4 game would be remastered and a matching collector's edition would be released for Xbox. I guess gotta say I was beyond thrilled. Now, I put the skateboard for the 1-2 edition back in the box, and it hasn't been in the box since it was released because it spends most of its time on the wall. And what I will say to you is that when people come to the Marbs Cave, it's interesting on how they always comment about Tony Hawk and the Tony Hawk skateboard. Nothing, ignites a lot of people's memories of the older consoles like Tony Hawk. Now, I gotta say, I've played Tony Hawk 1, 2, and 3 on multiple platforms, and I've bought it multiple times. However, I always longed to have Tony Hawk 3 remastered because, honestly, that's the one that I played the most and enjoyed the most. So we're gonna have a video where I get into the gameplay of Tony Hawk 3 and 4, but right now, let's unbox the Collector's Edition and see what's inside the box, shall we? Now, the box is very similar. Actually, the box design's exact from what we saw with the Tony Hawk 1-2 Collector's Edition. It does come with the skateboard, and as you see, a physical copy of the game. The physical copy of the game is interesting for collectors in the fact that it is marked not for resale. So this will be one to look out for should you find it loose anywhere, as it will carry a higher price tag. Inside, we find the game on a disc, believe it or not, available for Xbox One. I think that was part of the reason it was decided to put it on disc. And get this, you do get the digital deluxe code to get all the extra content. In addition to the physical, you do get the skateboard. Now, this skateboard is a matching skateboard to the original Tony Hawk 1-2. I would almost call it the same sort of design and the same sort of quality as we saw with the Tony Hawk 1-2 skateboard. Now, I gotta tell you, I like the fact that they use the same design because they're gonna look good together on the wall. The deck itself does come sealed, and it does have a caution sticker reminding you that this is really just for show, not a real birdhouse skateboard. So, skateboarding, is dangerous, etc. And this probably isn't the best skateboard to do it with. Now, for $130 US, I think it's a beautiful investment. And if you're a Tony Hawk fan like me, it was an easy decision to make sure I was able to add this to my collection. Now, I will say that we're going to have a video where we're going to look at the game in depth, but the Collector's Edition itself is exactly what I expected, and I am so glad that it matches the original Tony Hawk 1-2 remaster, and I think that Activision's done a really good job here. My name is Marbs. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye now.